Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Mile High Game Guys board gaming podcast. I'm your host Adrian.
I'm Zach.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Allison.
This is Leander.
And this is one of our one-shot episodes where we will be playing Dread Beneath the Full Moon scenario.
Surprise.
Surprise, shocker.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna play some Dread.
Yeah.
Some of you who watched on Twitch recently, we did one with the Mile High Dungeon Delvers, and it was a lot of fun. It was in space, and it was ridiculous. It should be on YouTube soon. I think it's off of Twitch now. I think it's been over a week. Maybe not. Yes, it's been over a week, so it's off Twitch, unfortunately. But Allison and Leander, that was their first one, so they're back for a second.
Leander wasn't in that one.
Leander was at Lizzo.
It was like
my
just
first
me.
Dread.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons we got him.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Wait, you telling me when I told people to go watch it, it's not up anymore? I
Not-
was like, go watch that thing. But now
It's
not.
only out there for a week or so.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, Twitch stuff drops off
Yeah.
after a week, and
But
so I have to
YouTube
move it to YouTube.
Lives forever.
Yes,
YouTube
Is
lives
it on
forever.
YouTube? Not yet.
Not yet.
No.
Okay.
Just
I don't
kidding.
think. I can't remember what I've put on there and what I haven't, because I'm just like throwing things.
Welcome to Adrian.
I didn't know
All
we
right.
had a YouTube for this, so...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The more you know.
Real quick before we get started here, listener Matt from Australia sent us a care package, including Tim Tams and things. So we're gonna eat these
Wait, cheers
now.
to Tim Tams.
Cheers. I guess we'll cheers
Don't
to
knock
Tim
it over.
Tams.
Don't knock it over.
But we'll eat our Tim Tams here at the start so that we don't have mouth noises throughout the whole episode.
I will also edit this part out
Okay.
of the...
Edit out our chomping.
Yeah.
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
So anyway, Beneath the Full Moon. In this one, the four of you are all college students. You've already made your characters.
Yeah.
Normally, for anybody listening, watching, whatever, it does recommend like to do the setup and then like hand out character sheets and everybody make them. That's boring, and we don't have time for that. So you've pre-made your characters, and so yeah, you're all college kids, not necessarily from the same college. Some of you may or may not be, but you only loosely know each other. It's spring break. And for reasons that are all of your own, you decided to go on an adventure wilderness rafting trip instead of going, like to the beaches and partying like, every other college kid on the planet. So here you are a couple days into your journey. You arrived Saturday at the meeting point at the start of the trip. And Saturday you took a half-day journey down the canyon to a ranch that's like right down at the river. You stayed at the ranch, got a little bit of an overview about the rafting in the river and some of that stuff. Then Sunday, you spent just kind of hiking in that general area, learning again some more basic skills, getting to know each other. And then Monday, then you hiked along the river to the landing where the rafts were, which was the end of the day, Tuesday. You got in the rafts, you've rafted a day down the river, you pulled off to the side, and you hiked about a mile up a little, dead end on the canyon there, and that's where you set up camp for your first night way out in the sticks. And you were all sound asleep in your tents, however soundly you sleep, maybe not soundly, maybe some of you are a little unnerved at the quiet, or maybe the not quiet with the animals and crickets.
Maybe any portable CPAP machines.
There are definitely no portable CPAP machines. This is a very authentic, electronic detox, authentic survival. So there's no electronics.
Gotcha.
Nothing. No phones.
So your anti-sleep apnea is what I'm hearing.
The guides, the people who set this up,
Okay.
very much so.
Okay.
They believe that if you had sleep apnea
should
and
die.
you didn't die,
You should
yeah,
just not come.
Yes,
It's not a
bears
trip
away.
for
Keeps the bears
a
away.
week.
I don't have it. Hey, I don't have it. Just asking, all right?
But if I had it.
Yeah, if I had
Just
it.
stay home.
So, you're asleep, and then you are all very rudely awakened to the sound of screaming and cloth tearing and aluminum poles snapping and rustling around, coming from the direction you guys can all tell from where you are. It's coming from the vague direction of your guide Clayton's tent, where there's clearly something very bad happening. So you all jump up out of your tents, and what do you do? Well, I guess. Do you stay in your tent?
Should we
What do you do?
introduce ourselves?
Oh yeah, I guess. Sorry, I got so diving right in.
Well,
yes, I should
introduce
have had you do
ourselves
that
as we
before.
run out of our tents.
Yeah.
Hey, that man's being murdered.
By the way.
By the way, I'm William.
So Jeff, why don't you start, William?
I'm William. I'm an structural engineering student. I'm 21 years old. Like everyone else. Junior in the college.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's
All right.
so that's my fun facts.
That's your fun facts, is that you exist, is what it sounds like.
Yeah. I know a lot about specific survival things.
Okay. Nice.
Nothing that's going to help.
Oh, okay.
But
Other
I know
survival things.
Yeah.
Gotcha. The opposite of survival.
I don't know how to do any of them, but I know what
gotcha.
it is.
Okay. All right. My name's Tad. Yep, that is my name. Econ major. 21 from Half Moon Bay, California. Love surfing.
Lots of surfing.
Dude.
And Robin Banks.
And Robin. When I do my,
Does your buddy ever roll on his back and fire a gun in the air?
I mean,
while
who
screaming.
who doesn't do that? That's just.
Yeah.
That's the California
That's,
hello.
Yeah. It's,
Allison, your character?
My name's Brad. I'm from UC, Alpha Beta Gamma, represent. I'm here to just have a good time, make friends.
we're not going to rush, no matter how many times you ask.
I mean, just know the options. We're very, we're very welcoming. Very welcoming.
Hola, gente. Me llamo Felipe.
Hey, Felipe.
Yo hablo Spanglish. Entonces, I go back and forth between Spanish and English all the time. Especially when I'm really scared, I sometimes speak a lot of Spanish. But that's me. Hi.
Okay.
This
Felipe.
kid's 21.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am 21 also with
Okay.
the rest of you.
What's your major, bro?
Yeah.
I don't need a major.
Oh.
Sometimes you can just experience life like a
Word.
freshman
Yeah.
who's undecided.
Yeah.
El Brad.
The Brad.
With the breath. You know what? You know what's a great way to help you decide things is rushing something.
Yeah. That's true. Thank you, Ted.
You're welcome. Us ads got to stick together.
Yeah, we did not plan that part. Sorry.
Oh, college kids.
Yeah.
Haven't
Always killing themselves.
There's going to be a
So
lot
you're
of...
like correcting the guide all the time, like, oh, I heard you should use this kind of knife and not for that.
But like wrong.
But
Got it.
gotcha.
That's
Okay. So now that we've all been introduced, as I said, you were laying in your tents approximately 2 to 3 o'clock in the morning, very early hours of the morning, and you hear the panicked screams and cries of good old Clayton, along with ripping fabric and scuffling noises. And yeah, what do y'all do?
Get my headlamp on and get out of the tent and see if I can help whatever with this bear attack that's
What the
happening.
fuck was
Going
that?
on out there.
Are you dying horribly?
¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué pasa?
Well, Dios mío.
I didn't know you spoke Spanish.
It's been 2 days. I've been speaking Spanish the entire time.
I think you meant Ted. I thought it did. I'm just trying to give you more credit.
We have a little bit in California, man.
You definitely do not have a headlamp. This is a very authentic survival trip.
What?
There's no electronics.
Do I get out my torch?
Backpack.
Get flint and stone to...
Is there moonlight or
We
anything
don't
Yeah,
have
like that?
flashlights? Do we have flashlights?
No, you do not have flashlights.
That's irresponsible. Who would go camping without a
Yeah.
flashlight?
How
Brad
late
would.
is it? Have we already put out the campfire that was there the night before?
Yes, because Clayton is very responsible
Yeah.
and doesn't want to cause any fires while everybody's sleeping. So the campfire is well put out, but there is
Fire would've
a
kept them
near
alive.
full moon overhead. And it's almost directly overhead, so it's shining down into the canyon, and you have plenty of light to loosely see by. You're not gonna read an essay or anything, but you can see the tents, and you can see the ring of the campfire, and you can see anybody who's poking their head out can see each other.
Yeah, where's, do I see Joe?
Joe is like fumbling with his zipper, panicked, trying to get out of his tent.
Clayton, Joe, what's happening?
Joe, you hear Joe? Fuck if I know. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? He's like,
Do we still hear the noises, or?
You hear like kind of a dragging sound and then some rustling underbrush that's slowly like heading a little bit away from Clayton's tent. At about this time, Joe gets the zipper up and he jumps out. His tent's right next to Clayton, so he's like looking right down at it. And he pulls out a flashlight because he's one of the guides and he does have a flashlight. Of course. And he clicks it on and swings
Hypocritical
it over
bastard.
Yeah.
and you catch just a little glimpse of something large retreating into the brush there. As
Tad, mira.
Is it worth me getting out of this fucking tent? Because I'm tired still.
I'll peek my head out. Was he like dragging Clayton away? Or you? Can't tell.
You can't tell. There's a big
But it
rude
seems like
pile
they're
of
gone now.
tent. But yes, something has headed off into the.
Joe, where's Clayton?
I think it took him.
What is it?
Fuck if I know. Who's that? A wolf or a bear? I don't know.
Bear.
Cougar?
Beowulf.
Beowulf.
There are cougars here, I think.
Cabra?
You think? What kind of wildlife is known to be around here, Joe?
I don't know, man. I just know how to do a raft. I'm just here to pilot the boat, man.
Well, you're real useful.
Thanks. Do what I can.
That's great.
I feel like you didn't sense the sarcasm.
I'm gonna go over to where Clayton's tent was and search around to see what I find inside of his tent.
Okay.
That's shredded, I guess, right?
Yeah. So the tent is shredded. It's like ripped wide open on the side, so you can just see like right into the tent.
Yeah, I'll look right into it.
Yeah.
What do I see?
You see a good amount of blood. You see his sleeping bag, also shredded. Although like it doesn't look like it wasn't like zipped up, like he had it like open because it's a warm summer night. But it's shredded up pretty good. And there's a good amount of blood, and you can see his backpack sitting like in the corner of his tent. Looks relatively. It's got some blood splashed on it, but it's relatively untouched. And that's about it. There's nothing else really.
I'll go to the backpack to open it.
Okay. So
Loot the container.
Yes.
Press
Thanks,
X salute.
Since there's
Yeah,
no
X
body,
salute.
I can't loot the body. So.
Okay, so you open it up and like it's a backpack full of stuff. Like are you gonna take some time to like rummage through all this stuff right now?
Well, I mean, while they're doing things.
We're not
Okay,
doing
what
much.
are all of you doing?
I'm gonna go to the other guide's tent where he is and see if there's a flashlight in there, because the other guide had one, right?
So maybe.
Yeah,
As
Joe has
you
one
walk
more?
over, you see a strap to the side of the backpack. Clayton's flashlight.
We need that.
Whoops.
Take
Here
the
you
whole
are.
thing.
All right, William, you now have Clayton's flashlight.
Hooray, I'll turn
and
on-
Joe's shining his around. And so, where are you, Tad?
Sighing and actually coming out of the tent now.
Okay,
Because
so
I
you're
still
slowly-
wasn't sure
so
if
you're
I
slowly
wanted
getting
to.
out of the tent?
Yeah.
Brad, have you gotten all the way out of your tent? What are you doing?
If I see him getting out, as I'm like the last one, then I will for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So, William, you got a flashlight now.
Command use flashlight.
As
You can't use electronics, man.
as you and Joe start looking around with your flashlights, and Felipe's rummaging in this backpack here, which Felipe, about this time, you find on the other pouch, like you get it open, and there's like the emergency radio that he did bring because he's not completely crazy. So you find the emergency radio, and then you keep rustling there. You, William, clearly see drag marks with like blood heading into the brush there, and it's kind of gravel, and so you can see that there are other prints, and they're big, but it's like gravel, so it's not like mud where it's like a clean print where you could be like, that's a wolf print or that's a bear print.
No, you'd probably get it wrong.
Yeah, I'd probably.
It's a deer.
It's a deer. Deer has big claws, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
These
Kicked him in the face.
clawed deers, man. They'll fuck you up.
Oh, jeez. Where's our druid? Where's our druid?
As you continue to rummage, you do ultimately find, down at the very bottom of the pack, you find a case that has a flare gun with 2 flares in it. You find a compass, a first aid kit, a waterproof box that holds 10 matches, and then just like random clothes and shit. So there's a list of what all you have. Although now William has the flashlight.
Great. I'm definitely keeping the radio. I don't care about the others.
Does it work? Can you get anyone?
Check it. Hold on.
About this time, you all hear a vague cry from the direction of the drag marks that sounds like Clayton. Oh, help! Help me!
I guess I would gather up these two and the scared
I gotta put on pants, man.
and the other guy dude to go try and follow the drag marks to see where he is because he's clearly hurt.
Okay. So yeah, Joe, is already kind of right there. You don't even have to like get him to going. He's already kind of going. We gotta help him. Oh God. What? And so you go a little ways into the brush.
Bring the first aid kit.
Maybe about 10 to 20 yards, not very far into the brush, and you see Clayton laying there. His his nightshirt is like shredded, and you can see that he's got like some claw and or bite marks like kind of up around his like shoulder and neck area, and then some down like on his side, and then one of his legs is like ripped wide open.
Clayton, what happened?
Oh, that's gnarly.
He's like fading in and out of consciousness. So he's kind of like lulled back and like shallow breathing. He looks very pale in the moon/flashlight.
He'll be fine.
Is there gauze in the first aid kit?
I will check. I will open it.
Yes, it's a quality first aid kit. There's some a vial of antivenom, a syringe, a small vial of morphine. There is and it's like a good sized
like
kit.
Antiseptic?
There's antiseptic wipes. There's
I
gauze.
would do
There's
that on
tourniquet
his
stuff.
leg and then wrap
I
it
don't
up.
want to use it for this. I'm pretty sure he's not going to make it.
You said it was
You
just.
called for help. I thought that we were here to help him.
I mean, we can help him in more.
You just
than
came
one
here to
way.
watch him die?
I care about him a lot, don't get me wrong. But this is a bit much. I don't think he's going to make it.
His eyes kind of flutter. Help! He looks at you directly.
Guys, I think we should...
Joe grabs the first aid kit and kneels down to start like trying to save his life. Is anybody
Apply
else
pressure.
helping?
Is there any sort of other tracks or anything like going away from where he is or anything like that?
Yeah, you can kind of vaguely make out in the light that again in the gravel that your area is on that, like going off into the woods. There's prints.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, you could follow that.
No, I don't. Why would I ever follow anything?
Stick with the group.
Yeah.
Don't split up.
Joe's like kind of holding pressure on like the parts where it looks like it's bleeding the most. Do any of you know any kind of first aid? I don't know what to do, man. I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
You
of
said you
course.
know
I said
survival
clean
stuff,
it
right?
with
Not
the
first aid.
antiseptic, and then wrap it with the gauze. Apply pressure.
Can you help?
Yes. I will help.
Okay.
Do those things. Oh, okay.
Yeah. You might. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Need lazy Susan.
No, they don't know.
Just really squat.
All right, you're like, as you start kind of cleaning things up, none of his wounds look as bad as it did when you first got there.
Now you clean the blood off.
There's a lot of blood.
It'll look
Yeah.
better.
He's been bleeding pretty good, and especially like it got smeared around a lot. But it's like as you get it cleaned off, like there's clearly a claw mark, but it's not as deep as initially you thought. He got like banged on the head. You can't tell like if it was from the animal or if it was like
From
he
the
had a rock
dragging
as he was
or-
getting
yeah.
dragged, and forehead wounds just bleed like a motherfucker. So
I've seen enough wrestling in my day.
yeah. So he's so a lot of the blood,
Does anyone have water? Joe, do you have your canteen?
Joe.
Oh,
Stop.
maybe back in the tent. I didn't grab it.
How far away from the tent?
Like 10, 20 yards.
We can see it.
Not there's a little bit of brush.
Let's
Like
take
you can see
him
the
back.
tops of them, sure.
Let's take him back.
Should we move him? What if he has broken bones?
You want to leave
All right, I'll go get the water.
No, don't split up.
But fine, William.
That's
let's.
why we should take him back together.
Should we move him?
I,
It's probably better than here.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Take him back to the dark campsite.
Yeah.
Everything's dark. It's light wherever we are, where the flashlights are. One flashlight in front, one
Does it look
flashlight
like we could move
Let's
him?
go.
Does he look like he's going to be in a good enough shape that if
Is his
we were
leg going to
moving-
stay attached
Is
if
it
we
gonna
can
make
move
it
him?
worse for him?
You probably need to do something to splint his leg. Like it looks like it's probably broken.
You don't think we could like carry him like me and
any
Joe?
any loose sticks around or anything like that?
There's some. You gathered all the ones in the immediate area for the fire. So back at the campsite,
Maybe he
there's.
can use his clothes from the backpack to wrap it.
Yeah.
From personal experience, there's always sticks to be found.
Yeah, but sticks good enough to be used as a splint.
They're pretty good sticks. You can find some good sticks if you know how to find some sticks.
Gotta make sticks too.
I feel like Jeff has a lot of experience on this. I feel a lot of confidence.
Stick Garcon, in fact.
All right, Jeff, do you want to make a pull to find a stick in the immediate vicinity?
I'll use my Stick Garcon powers.
All right.
Boyd is so mean. They
Huh?
said we couldn't have flashlights, Boyd. That's not our fault.
All right, so sure enough, William, is like, oh yeah, I was gathering all the firewood and I definitely left this stick, and like there's a good like solid, like sturdy enough one. You think
Gotcha.
you could make a rough, you break it in half. Maybe
The one
to make-
stick in a whole football field.
Yeah.
Of wood.
That's all he needs is the one, man.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, you just happen to know, like it was like right by you. You're like, oh yeah, there's this stick here I didn't get earlier.
It's using my special Garcon powers.
Exactly.
Yes, stick Garcon.
Yes.
Just stick sense.
Okay, do we think we can hobble him back to the campsite now?
We need to wrap it up with
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah. So
There's his clothes in the backpack. We can use that, right?
Okay.
did you bring the backpack?
I did not,
I told him to. Why didn't you bring
You
him
said to
to
bring the
buffet?
first aid kit.
because you didn't say in Spanish. So.
He's got you there.
The language barrier is going to.
Well, I'm currently only in my underwear, so
Okay.
I don't have anything for us.
Oh, you're putting pants on.
I did. I put on pants. Underwear pants.
Are you British?
No.
I mean, I'm barely
To
wearing
lose.
pants.
Yeah.
They're extremely short shorts.
Okay. All right.
Like dangle shorts.
Dangle shorts. Okay.
Yes, Felipe might be a little distracted. It's fine. It's fine. Everyone continue doing what you do.
All right.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stand here then, because that's what I've been doing.
I use the gauze to attach the
Okay.
very nice
Okay.
stick
Okay.
Okay.
to the bandaged leg.
So it uses the whole roll of gauze to get a good wrap to where you feel that this leg's pretty secure, and then now you can move him back to camp. So you guys get him back to camp.
Come on, Joe.
Now what?
Oh, we should.
I forgot why we were
interrogate.
coming back here. Get some water.
Yeah, the water.
Get some water.
Okay.
To wash off
Someone
the
should
wounds.
start a fire.
He's very parched. He appreciates
If
the water.
there's, I
I'll
assume
give him
there's
some
more
strength.
firewood left.
There is firewood left. Yes.
Should start a fire back up because there's definitely an animal nearby that this might help deter.
Or it's a
William,
signal.
would you like to make
Good
a
idea,
poll to
William.
get a fire
It's a
going?
good idea.
Huh?
Would you like to make a poll to get a fire going?
Yeah. See if I burst into flames.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you tracked the monster instead of repel it with your fire.
Mm-mm, not that one. There you go. That's...
I
no. There you go.
All right. Yeah, your camping abilities are good enough that you're able to
You knew this one part of survival, right?
get the fire going.
A lighter's not electronic, so we
It's
could
true.
have had
We
a
have,
lighter.
You also
10
have
matches.
box
10
of matches.
Yeah, but those
and-
seem like special matches. They're in a special box.
There's a waterproof box.
It's pretty nice.
Anyway, you get the fire going. So
Yay.
you have a fire now.
Hooray.
Perfect.
And you're able to give Clayton some water. He is passed back out from
No! Clayton, wake up!
from
Tell us what
massive
attacked you.
shock.
I'm sitting. I'm gonna be next to the fire because I'm cold. Because I
Clayton,
don't have
stay awake.
underwear
Alex,
on.
smack his face. Try to get him to stay awake. Clayton!
It does not seem to have any effect.
God damn it.
Okay.
God damn it, man.
Well, we should.
Shaking the wounded man.
We should at least put a blanket over him, right? In case you don't want him to get wounded and cold and other things, right? Even though it's a nice.
Yeah,
warm
elevate his feet. That's the thing.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Elevate his
think
broken
so.
leg.
Yeah,
It's just splinted.
I mean, it makes it a lot
we're a bunch
easier
of college
to
students. We don't
elevate it
know.
if it's broken.
Elevate
Yeah.
it. Elevate it sounds right. Let's do it.
Just lay
Just
down on his
lean
back,
it right
put
on
his
the edge
backpack
of
under
something.
his
Yeah,
feet.
yeah.
It doesn't have to be dramatic. Elevate. You just put his
a little
backpack
bit,
under his
couple-
feet.
Well, we got to keep the backpack. Use some
Well,
pillows.
I mean, we're just chilling. We're not like fleeing right now, so.
Okay. When we do flee, we'll snatch
Yeah,
the
we'll
backpack.
take the backpack.
Well, he's not going to be fleeing with us.
We just got to run faster than him.
Oh, that's
Oh, it'll
true.
be very easy.
I mean, we have the boats. Boats are fast-ish sometimes.
Do we have boots? Are they still there?
No, we still have to we hiked there, right?
You're
Yeah.
about an hour away.
But we have no
from-
reason to believe they wouldn't still be there.
Correct.
Correct.
Why would
Correct. At
monsters
this
want to
time.
destroy our boats?
Or whatever this is. Yeah.
Monsters. Why would
Okay.
you?
Creatures.
Yeah.
Creatures. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was reading.
Now there's
comic book.
monsters
Yeah.
involved.
Whoa! I didn't sign up for supernatural shit.
What did you sign up for?
Rafting. I want to get drunk too, but fucking God, you son of a bitch.
Were we allowed to bring alcohol?
No.
Oh.
In fact, you may have noticed that the night before, Brad's alcohol stash was discovered and dumped into the river.
Damn it!
Oh, no.
So there is no.
That was good. Keystone Light.
It was definitely Natty Ice type tall boys.
We don't know any better.
Greg and alcohol.
I'm gonna go into Tad's tent while they're figuring things out. Do I find his pants?
In Tad's
Tad,
tent?
are
I
there
thought you were
pants in
wearing
your
pants.
tent?
You're
I mean,
not.
we're in my underpants.
You are
So
wearing
I
pants.
assume that yes.
Oh,
That-
you have
that's-
pants.
I mean, I have shorts on. I have shorts, but
Oh,
they're
okay.
somewhere else.
Never mind.
No.
My funny thing's not gonna work now.
No, I'm sorry. No, I had to go. I had to make sure. I had to go back in and put on the underpants.
Gotcha. Okay.
People just walking me around. I don't think they just want me walking around with nude. So.
Yeah, right. We don't want that. All right. Well, do we hear any animal noises? Like, do I? I'm gonna listen. Everyone, be quiet. Silencio.
You hear far off in the distance an owl hooting. You hear. I believe it's more of a.
Yeah, the owl noise.
You can hear some little chirps and things like
Gotcha.
crickets and small rodents.
Is anyone a wildlife major?
No.
No. Okay. Well,
No.
maybe I will after this. All right. Well, do we think we can wake him up, or is he just out?
I tried
she-
and unsuccessful.
Brad was slapping his face. It didn't seem to
I
be
tried to
much.
stay awake.
Okay.
You're not supposed to sleep when you're super injured, but whatever.
Yeah. Are we going to take him with us down to the? I mean, this is not good, guys.
No, it's not.
This is also unsafe to. Well, is it safer to be here on this fire, or to take an hour-long walk in the middle of
You
the
want
night?
to raft on the river at night?
Yeah.
I
No, I
don't.
don't.
With
You'll
the
definitely
two
do it by
flashlights?
yourself.
Ugh.
Wait, Joe, isn't this your job?
Yeah, Joe.
You're
You're a guide.
You're the
Guide
guy.
us.
You're the next in line. I'm undecided about what to do next. Help us.
Joe, as you turn to say this to Joe, you see that he's just 1,000-yard stare. He's clearly not going to be any help.
Oh.
Can we slap him? I want to slap him.
Joe,
Get it
Joe,
together.
Joe.
What are we doing? What's going on?
What are we doing,
What
Joe?
are we doing, Joe?
Okay, wait. One aside.
I paid for
Out of
this.
here.
Yeah.
So we were gonna be 2 days away from the end of the journey.
You are
roughly?
two days rafting.
So we're 2 days from civilization, essentially. So
Yes.
we went out and then we
By
come
water.
back.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you were gonna have two more days of rafting, and you knew that tomorrow you were supposed to hit the first set of rapids. You haven't gone over any rapids yet. Tomorrow's supposed to be
very
the
boring.
first set of rapids, and there's 2 sets of rapids on this river, and then once you got through the rapids, you'd have another day and a half, or day to a half a day, to another ranch that's right on the river, where you're expected. So yeah, it's Friday now. You're expected.
Sunday afternoon.
It's Friday morning, so you would have rafted all day Friday, all day Saturday. You would be expected Saturday evening, maybe early Sunday.
I'm going to test the emergency radio.
Yeah,
And I'll see like the
that's a
next.
good idea.
You just get static.
Joe, how do you use this thing?
I know how to use it.
That thing never works well down in the canyon.
Do you have one? Or just Clayton?
No, I just have my normal 2-way.
What is that for?
What's the other way?
He's got his somewhere in.
We'll find
Well,
it.
we definitely should get that.
So you find it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, this is the 2 walkies. You've seen them using them like the
Yeah.
whole day on the river just to communicate with the 2 boats.
Right.
What's the range on them? For future reference.
Mile.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
pretty good.
Mile or mile?
Mile.
Okay. All right. Because I've seen like 18-mile ones that like you have to get like 30 feet away. They're like.
Yeah, right.
They seem to work reasonably well
Okay.
on the river as long as you had a line of sight. They work
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
You know, you never really saw them try to use them outside of line of sight, so you don't know how rapidly that will things will get in the way.
We haven't hit the rapids.
Okay.
So do we just wait here till
Do we just wait
morning?
till morning?
So we wait here till morning. We could go to the boat. I definitely don't want to get on the boat during the
No.
night.
Yeah.
I mean, we could go and see how dark because you said it was pretty light for it, being dark.
Yeah.
Maybe you could maybe it's at least go part of the way.
And
As much as I'd want to go down those sweet rapids.
Sweet night rafting.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Swells. It's nice chop,
can
man.
help Should we make like a torch or something?
Joe, is there any other way, like emergency stashes out here that you guys keep? But like,
No, we've never had anything like this happen.
you've never had an emergency happen.
No,
People get sick all the time.
Yeah, people get sick, and then we just raft 2 days down the. Nobody's gotten so sick.
What if somebody got like bit by a bee and they were allergic?
They should have brought an EpiPen.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's fair.
yeah.
That's fair.
That's on them.
Yeah,
That's what that
really.
body's
Yeah,
for
they
over
were
there.
gonna make it. Okay.
So do we want to stay here till like early and leave, or do we want to at least try and pack up a little bit / take him to the raft?
Is there, Joe? I hate to ask you, Joe, because you've been useless so far.
Yeah,
I hate to do it.
I hate to ask you for anything.
Oh, careful, it's shaking.
Between here and the raft, is there another campsite?
I mean, in so much as this campsite was here, so when you got here,
This wasn't planned.
there's not no, these tents weren't pre-set up.
Mm-hmm.
This you built the fire. This is really trying to learn to survive in the woods. So you hiked and found a good campsite and made a fire ring and pitched your tents and cleared brush and gathered firewood.
But Joe
Like-
knows nothing about survivalist. Only Clayton.
It does seem to be that way.
So far.
Got it.
The wrong guy got eaten, man.
Yeah, we're gonna strap you to the top on the way.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, if you want to break down the tents and all our gear and carry it,
What time is it right now?
Yeah, what time is it?
I mean, it's just like middle of night.
Yeah, you know it's very early.
Okay.
The radio would have told you it's 2:49 a.m.
Okay.
Well, we could try to get a few more hours of sleep and head out at dawn.
Sounds good. Let me just walk back into my tent.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad. I appreciate your vote of confidence.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some sleep. All right.
Yeah.
I'll bring the guidance.
Joe, you stay and you watch Clayton. Don't go to sleep.
I will. I'll bring Clayton.
Alone out here?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's
We're
right.
right here sleeping.
Yeah,
If
so
anything
here's-
happens, just yell.
Just yell like
Clayton
you
wakes
did last
up-
time.
Ask him what attacked him. And if he gives you an answer, wake me up and tell me. Can you handle that?
Maybe.
It's good enough for me.
Say yes.
Yes.
Are you a
better.
business major?
Pre-law. Thank you.
I will stay with Clayton as well. I'll put his head on my lap, and I
Wow.
will stay with him.
Okay.
No, keep the feet elevated,
Yeah.
Felipe. Not the head.
I can't do both.
No.
Probably not.
I just take his head off my lap.
You could put a blanket over him. Do you have
Okay.
a blanket in your tent?
Yes.
Okay. You guys could share that.
I think he has his own. Oh, it's probably shredded.
Yeah, probably.
And bloody.
Quite bloody.
I will just sit there and I'll just like stroke his hair and like clean it a little bit.
Okay.
I think it's
Okay.
weird.
Okay.
Very attentive.
Very attentive.
sleep in
So
the
the
boat
rest
later,
of you
maybe.
all go to sleep.
Yep.
We'll try to. Hopefully it would
I am
be
out.
Successful.
Felipe, make a poll to see if you stay awake through the evening. The
Does
rest
Gio
of
have
the
to make
night.
a poll to see if he stays awake? You can do it.
Oh jeez. How far? Is there a rule?
I think you said
Three
3
from the
da-
top.
No. It just has to be under the top.
What?
Layer.
3 from the top.
I mean, I don't know what Jenga's official rules
That's
are,
Jenga's
but this
official
it
rule.
just says beneath the first completed layer.
That way.
If it specifically says, then I will.
All right.
Success.
Success.
Success. Roughly.
It's worse. Good
It's
job.
way worse.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone.
Some gentle
There we go.
massaging.
Okay.
You really need to decide. Man.
So so you're able to stay awake just fine, and you're able to like occasionally like push Joe when you see him like start to nod off, and he always
Good
like
job. Good job.
Hey, Joe.
And I'm assuming Clayton's
Hi,
hair
Jose.
is just immaculate now, right?
Yeah.
The hair is immaculate, right?
yeah, it's looking silky smooth.
Just like I remembered it. Just like I remembered it.
All right, so you do hear at some point during the night, you hear snuffling and like something and it's coming from over by where you got his body.
Oh no.
Over there, and you hear like things moving in the brush.
Joe. Over there.
I hear.
Yeah. Go check it. Go check it.
I'm not leaving this
No,
fire.
you're the leader.
No.
What,
No.
what are we supposed to do? You want me to go over there?
No.
Nobody go over there.
Why would we leave the fire?
Oh no.
Fire good.
In this case.
Yeah.
I will go.
Bad.
I will go. Wait, who do I think is the most like athletic of the three of you?
Oh, athletic? Still probably me.
I go to William's tent. William.
And that's true. He's like a surfer,
want
so he
to-
can be kind of athletic.
Well, I'm William.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. William. Eliam. There is There's noises.
Noises.
Yes.
Oh.
In the bush.
Are they coming closer?
I don't think so. They're just in the bush.
Okay.
No say.
No entiendo.
All right. Well, I guess
Come. Let's go.
Well, we should get other people, I guess. Or just go towards the
I'm still
wild
sleeping,
creature. I think we can let the creature stay there. It's not going to come at us.
What if it does?
Well, I don't know. We can throw fire at it or something.
Is that how fire works?
I mean, it's hot.
Could be.
Yeah.
No.
We're out of sticks. We can't make any spears, so nothing to defend ourselves with.
Eliam, you are useless. I go to Tad's. Tad, wake up. Wake up.
Right.
I feel all over his body. Wake up. I just try to wake up.
Do I need to put pants back on?
No, it's okay.
You just also put your pants on this
No,
time.
I just immediately take them off. I gotta sleep. Sleep best. I'm in nature.
Note to all of our viewers and listeners, this can be a very serious and suspenseful game.
I try to be serious every time.
Yeah,
Okay?
no. You don't expect that with us. What do you want?
Noises, animals. Noises in the bushes.
Okay.
I need you to come with me to check it out.
Why?
What if it is what hurt our guide?
Then we would probably also get hurt.
Well, then we need to all be awake and prepare.
I mean, that's fine, but okay, I'll slowly get on. I'll put on my pants if you can
Okay.
stop touching.
Are you sure? Yes. Are you sure you're gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'll just.
Okay, wake up.
I'm just go wake up Brad too then.
Okay. Brad, wake up. And then I go. Just come along.
Okay.
You're not interested in Brad at all.
Whatever.
All right,
What's
so
going on?
there were noises in the bush.
Are there still good noises? Are they ongoing?
Yeah. So as you
long
as
has
you
it
all
been?
start like getting up and rustling around, nobody like now that everybody's moving around, nobody really hears anything.
Oh, great.
Felipe.
Perfect.
I promise
Situation solved itself. Back to the tent.
Maybe it's the magic of your pants. Man.
Maybe.
Did you lie to us?
No, there was noises. Come look.
Joe, did you hear the noises?
Yeah, there's something
I don't know if that
out
makes me
there.
have more confidence in
No,
the situation.
Brad and William, you should go check it out. I will stay
Joe,
here.
we're not splitting up. We've been over this.
I have the radio. It's okay. I can hear you.
Oh, the two-way radio?
But we're also like
No.
10
Yeah.
to 20 yards away.
Just in case.
Just in case.
I would try to. Do you still have that flashlight?
Yeah.
I would try. Man.
Yeah.
Oh, I tried to flash. I like flash
Give
it over
flashlight.
there. Do I see
Give
anything?
You don't see anything.
Is it like approaching dawn now?
Yeah. Like the sky is starting to lighten, pretty dramatically. Like even as you've been talking and like doing this, like it's getting lighter. Like dawn's gonna be here real soon. Like it'll be a while before you see the sun because you're down in the canyon, but yeah, dawn's rapidly approaching.
Well, I guess we better pack up then, gents.
Yeah.
I believe so. Very well. I will
Put on
start.
pants.
Clayton,
Use
Clayton.
pants.
Use pants.
Can I wake Clayton up? How you feeling, bro?
Your hair is great.
Oh, do we have any painkillers?
I think there's some morphine in the first aid kit.
Dude, well, we didn't want to waste bandages on him. You want to waste morphine on him now? How much morphine?
I mean, it's a
Like one portion? Like
no,
one
ampule?
service?
it's a small vial of morphine. I mean,
I don't know how to administer morphine.
do any
I'm
of
not
you know
actually a
the
doctor.
appropriate dose of morphine?
I think you
No.
just
No.
jab them in.
Yeah, that's...
You mean you can't just
Well,
like drink it?
Joe must know how to do this.
Joe.
Joe, this is your job.
Apparently it's not.
What has ever given you the idea that this is my job?
Because
I
it's...
told you,
Because
I told
we hired you!
Yeah, you were trained to be here, bro.
You didn't hire me. You hired Clayton.
Uh-huh. Did Clayton hire you?
were- yeah,
Did Clayton hire you?
He hired me to run a raft, man.
Okay.
Okay, well, soon we're
Okay.
going to be on the raft,
Yeah,
so
sure.
you better be good at
Yeah.
that part.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay. But you can administer it if we were on the raft, is what you're saying. You can't do it.
Okay.
Felipe, no medicino.
No,
Rio.
Applyo. Got it.
Okay, Clayton, we're going to go to the boats. You got to get up. Muster your strength. Do you know how to administer morphine to yourself?
Oh, jeez.
We'll drag him.
Well, Clayton, what happened last night? It's okay. I like caress his face. It's gonna be okay.
Just put your face right next to his ear.
just-
Yeah.
Slips deeper into sleep with that. You relaxed him and get back to sleep.
Hey, Felipe, can you carry him to the raft?
Not alone. He's bigger than me.
It's not always about size.
Yeah.
That's what my girlfriend says.
Oh, that's why I'm not interested in you.
Way to tell on yourself, Brad.
There's no secrets with Brad.
You're a lawyer. You gotta
man,
be
yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Lawyers are honest
right.
all the time.
You got it.
Future lawyers.
I'm just an undergrad, okay?
How many of us will it take to carry him, or if we needed to?
I
mean,
yeah,
Tad,
it would
Tad's
take
strong. Tad's
it-
Not
muscly.
not in the hands, man.
Well, obviously make Joe do it, okay? 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
Joe, you're useless otherwise.
Yeah, you could be a
Just
that
crutch.
should not
You
be
could be a
any
crutch.
more
We can make carry a thing.
Stretcher?
Yeah.
You have a stretcher?
No, we can make one.
Oh, no.
We can make one.
We can do it.
Sure.
Do you have any more sticks, William?
Yeah, sticks. We need sticks.
I can absolutely find some more sticks.
How
That's
long
better.
would it
You have to
take
do-
you?
Temples. We have temples.
We do have.
Oh,
We have
Joe,
temples.
you're finally useful.
The quick release temples that don't have.
Can you make
Yeah,
a stretcher from your tent?
Make
Can
a
you
bundle
do
of
that?
them timed together.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Can you do that, Joe?
No.
No, of course not.
No.
No.
No. No.
Jono here. Mr. Jono here.
No.
All right.
Okay.
Well, maybe
Well-
William and Felipe can with their sticks and their love for Clayton.
Yeah, William, your love for Clayton.
I don't think William has a love for
Sticks.
Clayton.
Love for
Sticks.
Clayton.
Oh,
Sticks.
sticks.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Their powers combined.
There is an intersection there. Yes.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Are you ready, William? Eliam?
Yeah.
All right, Eliam. So
I don't
Eliam
know
and
if
I will
that
try.
is
All right.
that's how he pronounces
How are
it.
you guys going about this?
Well, do we need knives to cut the tent or
Yes.
something?
How many knives do we have? That's
have
definitely
any
something I
knives?
want to know.
I mean,
Everyone
knives
has
are
a knife.
mechanical,
Oh,
so
okay,
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
We have a knife.
No,
Yeah.
but they're not electronic.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
so
leave my
we're-
electronic knife at home.
Your electric turkey carving.
Yeah.
That's what I brought with me.
Maybe it's the wild turkey that's attacking him.
Absolutely.
Looking for the plug. Where?
I got a backup battery in my car. They wouldn't let me bring that either.
Do we have tape? Do
So
we
as
have
part
tape?
of the pack
No,
that
we
they
don't.
gave you, no, there's
Tape's
definitely
not
not tape. But as part of the packs they gave you, you all have like just a small little like knife in a sheath. Like it's not even like a pocket
Yeah.
knife. It's like a little knife on a sheath.
Okay.
All right. Well, you guys could do that. I can like cut the tent into strips to give you the wrapping stuff, right?
Okay.
So
I mean, we can use Clayton's tent. It's mostly shredded.
that's It's what?
That's
It's
our-
pre-shredded. That's
Pre-shredded.
Great.
Okay. So yeah, we're just gonna take the poles down, use the shreddings to wrap it together to make a pretty loose, idea.
A stretchy stretcher.
yeah, stretchy stretcher.
And it's already got most of his blood on it,
Yeah,
so we
so
don't have
it's-
to really worry
I'll
about
just pack up my
that.
stuff.
Okay.
My tent and all my gear.
And
And
I'm gonna put the backpack
So-
on now.
Who's the
Like
main?
that- with
Who's the
that
main
stuff?
one of
Yeah.
you
Okay.
making this? Who's in charge of what aspects of this?
like
Like who's
William
doing
was-
what?
I'm getting the tent to
shreddings.
the shredding of that to get the stuff to wrap together.
Okay.
good job, Tad.
Who's
Yeah.
wrapping the
I
sticks?
think Ilium is.
I'll wrap some sticks.
Yeah.
Good job, William.
Make a poll.
Yeah, somewhere stand up because like sitting down is not gonna work.
Whoa!
I'm gonna
You're
die.
gonna impale yourself on
wrapping
those sticks, bro. Be careful.
Hole through the eye. Oh, jeez.
And just as a reminder, we can always choose to not do those,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You can be like, oh, just kidding. I'm not making that stretcher
Yeah.
no more.
Okay. Yeah. No, just we
Not the
always
most
forget. We
important
always
stretcher.
forget that when we
you
play.
could so you could do one of two things. You could be like, no, I'm just not gonna pull. In which case, you fail at wrapping the things. Like, turns out tent poles aren't sticks, so your stick experience doesn't count for shit here, and you fail.
Yeah, this doesn't translate.
Or you could be like, as I start to work on this, I don't think it's gonna work, so I come up with a different plan. Here's the plan I come up with, and that plan may or may not require a pull,
Gotcha.
depending
Okay.
on what you do.
That makes sense.
Also, you can just like pick a different one, right?
Yeah, you can find.
But I would say you have to push it back to where it was.
But so all right, so you get the sticks bundled together, and you're able to use some of the other tents, and you fashion a, it's not great, but it's serviceable stretcher, to carry Clayton. So who's gonna carry Clayton?
Joe.
And Felipe.
And Felipe.
All right,
The head.
Yeah.
all right, Felipe, go ahead and make a poll.
Oh no. Not easy. Oh, that's easy. I'll just go this way. Come to me.
To that or to Clayton.
All right. So you get Clayton on there, and there's a couple points where you stumble a little, but you don't ever drop him. You stumble, and he. You see grimaces
Clayton.
of pain,
Wake up.
and he does not wake up for the whole hour hike back to the rafts.
Oh my God.
So you make it to the rafts.
weight.
Uneventful.
Are they where we left them?
Yep, they're right
Unscathed?
where you
Great.
left them.
Still inflated, all that stuff.
Yep, still inflated. The oars and everything are still in their places. So
What kind of rafts are these? Just because we have 6
so-
people, but two rafts.
yeah, so they're inflatable rafts.
Uh-huh.
Then they are typically the way it was working when you guys came down is there were 2 of you in each raft with one of the guides. Clayton was in the front boat. And the guides were manning the tiller, so there's like a small oar for the tiller to turn in the back, and then each one of you had an oar on the side and they were just directing you paddle left, paddle right, paddle right.
I remember that.
Together.
How's the river look this morning, Joe? Think we're gonna have a good day?
Yeah. It looks good. I don't.
Calm water?
So with 5 people,
Yeah.
should we just take one? I don't is there room for?
We won't fit in one.
We won't.
Yeah,
Okay.
especially not with the stretcher.
Okay.
So
Okay, I'll go in one boat. Felipe, Clayton, come with me. Joe, you man the other boat. William, Tad, go with them. Okay, Felipe, you take one radio in our boat. Joe, you take the radio in your boat.
got it.
Can you lead the caravan? I know Clayton normally leads, but
Yeah. I know the river.
you're supposed to know about these
I know the
things.
river. I'll get
Excellent.
us. Where?
I don't like this confidence. That he has.
You'll be in his boat.
Where-
You'll take
I
over
know.
if you don't feel good. Just punch him and leave him.
Yeah.
Punch him and leave him.
Wait.
Overboard, get out of here.
Okay.
Where do we want to stop?
Wherever
Why?
we normally would stop.
Yeah,
I don't.
is this
How
our
long would
plan?
it take for us to go? First of all, how long would it take to go straight through?
Like 12 hours of solid rafting? It'd be exhausting.
Yeah. Okay.
Man,
we'll
I
do
didn't
that.
sleep
We're
last
gonna try to
night.
do that. That's why you'll switch out. When are the rafts? What time of day are we gonna hit the first rafts or rapids?
We'll hit the rapids. The first set of rapids, 5 hours.
Do you want to sleep for 5 hours and one of you can drive for 5 hours?
Yeah. Sure.
Good plan. Let's go.
Okay.
Why are you so sad about sleeping? You want to drive or not?
Have you tried to sleep in a raft before?
No.
No.
First
It's
time
not
for
easy.
everything.
It's not easy.
Do we have sedatives in that first
Well,
box?
we'll have to stop
knock
at
'em out
some
for 8 hours.
point to camp tonight. We can't raft through the night to the.
Well, that's what I was asking.
You're
for the
wasting
entire-
daylight. Let's go.
Yeah. So, like, even rafting continuously, how long would it take to get to where we need to go? That's what I was asking.
Oh,
Comprehension's not his
Eight-
thing either.
16 to 18 hours.
Okay, that seems like a
Should
lot.
we be the 2 least communicative people have the radios?
Fine, I'll take the radio. Whatever.
It's good because then you can yell at him.
Yes, keep him a leader.
Joe, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Good job.
Oh,
They're not saying over.
over.
Thank you. I'm just saying there's protocol, man.
I appreciate it. Attention.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get in this rafting.
We'll
Yeah.
go as far as we can until
Yeah.
we lose light. How's that sound?
How far would we normally go in on the regular trip?
The plan's to raft for about 8 hours today,
Uh-huh.
and then
8 hours
camp,
tomorrow?
And
and
then-
then 8 hours tomorrow.
Let's try to push it. We'll try to do a little extra today.
Yeah,
Okay, we'll play it by ear.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's for
Okay.
Clayton. It's for Clayton, who pays your bills.
I don't know how good of camping spots there are on the river.
Wasn't there a plan for us?
We
Like,
said,
wh-
yeah, it was,
Yeah, the 8 hour one. If we push past it, I don't.
But I want to go further so that we can get further.
but then we won't know what the camp situation.
I mean, we're gonna make our own camp anyway.
but if we're not doing the entire thing at night, or if we're not
may
just
as well
pushing all
stop.
through, you might as well stop if we can't do it all in one.
Because they might have
I
staff.
see I've
Yeah.
been overruled.
They might
I
have
will trust
stash
your
there.
judgment.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
Oh.
We don't what?
There's no stash.
This is a primitive wilderness adventure.
Yeah, that you do every year.
You bring everything with you.
Yeah, every year you do this.
We even brought you.
We all exactly. They didn't stash me with the rafts. I've been with you since the start. I hiked with you for 2 days.
Barely noticed.
Okay.
Rude.
But if something were to happen to us, wouldn't emergency people know where we were planned to stop? Wouldn't you or Clayton have given some
When
notice?
do you think we'll have reception with the emergency phone? Will we have reception at the campsite tonight?
We've never had to use it.
Well, we'll
But
try.
I feel
We'll
like you should
stop
at least
there and
know
try.
when you can use it.
We're wasting
Joe.
our arguing.
All
I
right,
think
yes,
we should
yes.
Yeah,
go.
let's
Okay,
just
okay,
go.
okay,
Let's just
okay.
go.
All right.
Let's see how we feel at 8 hours.
Keep checking periodically to see if you have reception on the
Okay.
fancy
Yeah.
phone.
All right.
Yes.
And I'm gonna
Thank
keep
you.
checking the time on the radio to see if 8 hours has passed appropriately.
Okay.
Well, if we're gonna let him sleep for a little while, I mean, you have to wake him up before we get to the serious rapids.
Okay. Yes.
All right.
All right. So what you're gonna look for
Uh-huh.
is we're gonna go down the river.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna be several hours.
Yeah.
There's a big sandy pull off on the
Uh-huh.
right. There's nothing. It's sand and then cliff.
Okay.
Pull up there.
Okay.
We'll stop.
Uh-huh.
I'll talk to you about the rapids,
Uh-huh.
and then we'll go. And
Okay.
from there,
You can navigate through the rapids,
yeah, I've done it 1,000 times.
Okay. but that's your part.
That's
that
his
he won't.
first confident.
And I don't like that because that is definitely hyperbole. So.
Or hundreds.
Oh.
Okay. How old are you, Joe?
45,
Okay.
man.
All right.
You're 45.
45.
You're acting like this.
Yeah.
Pull it together, Joe.
Doesn't look a
just
day
saw-
under 50.
I just saw one of my oldest friends mauled. He's probably gonna die.
Wait,
So
how old is he? How old is the guide?
He's 42.
Okay,
Yeah,
stop
all right,
whining.
that's
Let's
Yes.
go.
Yeah.
I'm into daddies,
Like-
it's all right.
But he looks like Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Okay, try to nap.
Yeah,
Joe.
take a nap and
You
we'll
can do
just...
it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Kind of like gets in the front of the raft, like wedges himself down in there, sticks his feet down under where you're supposed to, so you don't get tossed out. And it's just he's asleep.
All right.
Nice.
Didn't even struggle. He's
Very
just
good.
out.
Very good.
I want to hit him with this paddle, like slightly, not enough to wake him.
Well, yeah, no,
But-
wake him up.
Yeah.
Just stab
for
him a
me.
little bit.
Just for me. It's for me.
Just hit him in the junk.
Sorry.
Like that.
Just
All right.
graze it.
Okay. Let's get into these rafts and
And
As
let's-
innocent
let's
as a
do it.
dog hits
Yeah.
you in the balls.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
yeah.
All right, we're in the raft.
Let's go.
I'm paddling
Do you
on
have pants
mine.
on?
Who's paddling?
Yeah. I've got my pants
Okay.
on.
We both.
Why?
I barely have pants on. They're
Two
like,
people
they're
are
like
supposed to
here.
row.
Yeah.
If two people don't row, then you
Yeah.
go in a circle,
You go in a
or
circle,
else you have to
yes.
alternate.
Okay.
So
All right.
How big is the current, or how much current is there on this raft? Right
It's a swiftly strong
Okay.
flowing
Alright.
river.
So we can mostly just float. We don't
Yeah.
have to and like steer.
just
We don't have to
steer.
super.
Yeah.
yeah, the rowing is mostly for steering.
Yes. Yeah. No, I definitely could.
Especially
I couldn't do
combined
8
with-
hours of actually. This
Yeah,
is
that
not.
would be bad.
Like somebody's gonna have to in the one boat anyway. Well,
Yeah.
both boats, because it's just two people.
Yeah.
So like there's like rowing, like,
Uh-huh.
and it's like it's meant for one person
Yeah.
to each oar,
Yeah.
and then steering. So it's
I'll try to row both, and we'll switch off.
Okay, and I'll steer.
Good man.
Okay.
He's ambitious.
okay.
I'll steer.
Who's
Okay.
so who's in the boat with Joe?
Them.
Both of
Us
you.
too. Yeah. I'm steering.
So you're mainly in charge of steering.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
So make a pull
All right.
to navigate successfully down the river.
I'm just curious. I'm just testing the waters.
It's the
literally.
I
You
was
might
curious.
have to eventually. You
I
might
was gonna
have
try
to.
those.
And you perish.
I mean, all
If
three
you're
of
Bob,
you.
you
All
would.
three of you would probably
Oh,
die.
Yeah, it's
okay,
fine.
right away.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Haven't seen a better aligned
I can
Jenga
do
piece
it.
in my life.
Yeah.
All right. So you're able to just follow behind.
Perfect.
And Joe, in his panic state, neglected to tell you at all about any branches to the right. He just told you where to pull off, but you're able
Yeah.
to you use your
I mean,
best
I feel-
guess of stay on the main river.
Yes. Yeah.
and that
Yeah.
works.
All that shit over there.
Wow.
Let's not go to there.
Yeah.
That's-
So
all my time on the ocean has really helped me for this river.
okay. as you guys start to head away,
and you're coming around like to the first like kind of bend in the river. And so as it bends and you start to curve to the left and you look back off to the left, on the beach where you just left, you see a huge black shape.
Do we all see it?
Like,
Or
Like everybody sees it.
yeah, I assume any of you who see it immediately like point it out or say something.
oh fuck, what's that?
Yeah.
What?
Santa Maria.
Yeah,
I have a
that.
cross. Santa Maria.
Yeah. Will she protect us, Felipe?
Me.
See how it is.
Was that me or C? I couldn't.
See.
C. That's
C.
it.
C.
See.
Yeah. So
Like,
so,
do we just like see it for a second, or is it just like
Like
chilling
staring
there?
at us, looking at us.
yeah, like it's far enough back you can't like.
But it's
you can-
daylight,
it's
so
day-
it's clearly not
yeah.
deterred by that.
Yeah, it has no problem being out in daylight.
Okay.
And yeah, it's like right where you pushed off from. Like there was like a fallen log that you can see that it's like right by.
Okay.
And,
Well-
and it's clearly like looking down the river at you.
I'm glad we stopped arguing.
Yeah. Yes. Does it seem to want to get in the water and swim?
It does not seem to be going towards the water.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
It's not amphibious.
All right. Does it look like it's falling at all, or just sort of staying there?
For now, it's
We'll keep our eyes open.
As you go around the bend, eventually like you lose sight of it. But the whole time it looked like it was.
All right. Well, it didn't look like it was moving, so I'm pretty sure we're
never
good.
see that
But
again.
yeah.
Yeah.
It can't smell us in the water.
That's right.
So
We'll have to make sure we tell the authorities to come back and put down that animal.
Yeah, right there, because I'm sure it'll
Yeah.
still be right
Yep.
there.
Just waiting.
We fly a helicopter through the canyon with a machine gun. They're like, blob.
Kill it.
Also, this helicopter has a minigun on it.
I mean, it's clearly from Fallout, so I see no problem
yeah,
with this.
yeah.
Okay.
That's the humane solution.
The most humane possible.
Yeah.
I always keep forgetting it.
Clayton.
Clayton.
How could you forget Clayton?
Listen, I move on
Wait,
quickly.
is it because you're already beyond names?
You have some kind of cute nickname for him?
All right.
KK?
Okay, he's not that special. There's like
Teddy Bear took on a dark connotation after the attack.
I'm 19. I mean 21. I can move on.
Okay.
There's another body somewhere.
Okay.
Like Ted's. All right. So, is Clayton still sleeping?
Yes, Clayton is. It's very fitful. Like he's not sleeping so much as he's like in like fever dreams.
Okay. All right.
I'm still keeping an eye out for that sand. I don't, even through all this talking, I don't want to miss the sand.
It's many hours.
Yes,
down.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm just telling just the world maybe
I would
that I'm
periodically
always
to see
keeping my eyes open for the sand.
If the creature might be following us, like I would look behind and like scan the trees periodically to see if I saw it
Okay.
stalking us.
No sign of anything.
All right. Looks good, guys. Santa Maria, thank you.
Okay. So
Gracias.
several hours later, you come around a bend, and it's a big, wide, slow bend. And so as you come around into it, like the river gets real wide, it kind of slows down. There's land on both sides with some shrubs and stuff, and a little bit of trees off on the left side. And as you slow down there in the river and everything, you hear a very faint kind of
Canyon owl.
daytime canyon owl. No, at first, like you hear it, it sounds like a buzz just far off. But as you listen for just a quick second, you realize it's the sound of an airplane. Like you hear like it's like a small engine, like a prop plane or
Gotcha.
something. Like not a big jet.
Isn't there a flare gun or
Yes,
something?
There is. I don't know how to shoot guns though.
He's pull a trigger.
Where's Brad?
Brad.
What?
Brad knows how to shoot guns.
Flare gun.
Oh.
Plane. Shoot it.
Like how Brad just caught the
yeah.
shotgun.
Right.
Come on, man.
In case you gotta have like a lot of flares.
I mean, you gotta put it in somehow. I don't know. Chamber it.
I prefer my sawed off flare gun.
We left it at home.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I give her the.
Yeah,
flare
so you get
gun.
as you get the flare gun out and you get the flare in and you close it, you and the sound like it's very clear and distinct, and you can see coming up the canyon towards you, like a little like tourist plane. Like, hey, check, we fly you over the canyons. You can see down in the beautiful.
See if you can
canyons
get them on
from
the
here.
radio.
Emergencia. Emergencia.
No response.
Try
Try English.
Try different frequency. Are we? Is this where the sandbar is? Are we parked now?
No.
This isn't where the sandbar is. Okay.
Is this where the sandbar is?
I wasn't sure if that's what you were.
Does that look
describing.
like a sand thing to me?
There is a sandbar.
In the cliff?
Cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's big. It's a big wide open spot.
How many hours do you think
I
it's
checked
been?
He
the
said
time. I
he
took
said
the
several
time.
hours.
Then yeah, let's stop.
It's been like
Okay.
3 or 4 hours.
All
We're
right.
like talking over the He's like arguing about it over the radio.
Okay, well then let's get off
Yep.
first.
Let's get on with this exit, guys. Wait, sorry. Yeah. Gotta be safe.
You're just slapping the paddle on water.
What you doing there?
Okay, so you pull up onto the sandbar there. Joe kind of.
Is this it?
No, I said just on the left, nothing else. Just one small sandbar.
Well,
on
it's
the
also
left.
there was a plane.
There's a
Also,
plane.
there's a plane, so I was fine with waking you up.
There's a plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it seem to see their flare?
Yeah, we shot the flare.
We shot the
Oh, you
plane.
shot the flare.
Yeah.
Yeah, we shot the
Oh.
flare.
I was what? That's
That's-
shooting.
That's
No,
what-
The shotgun. Remember the whole
I know,
pump
no
action
expert.
thing?
Oh, I thought you were
Yeah.
just preparing the flare.
I definitely set it
Yeah.
up.
She did prepare and then she executed the
Yeah,
flare.
thank you.
Oh,
Did she
okay.
need to pull for
Yeah.
execution or is just go off?
No. So the
Just
flare
blows up.
The flare shoots up in the
God
air, but it is a bright, sunny day, and the flare is not noticeable in the bright light. Like you guys even you can see it while
Like
it's in the
wave
but it
and
very
shout.
rapidly.
Hey! Hey!
And I do the radio. Help! 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 Radio! Radio!
Hey!
Help! Help!
It flies overhead.
God fucking damn it. I'm trying to throw a rock at it.
Your rock goes about 10 feet in the
Yeah.
air and then spoosh.
Hits Clayton on the head. Clayton, wake up.
How's Clayton doing?
I do. I try to wake him
Yeah,
up some more.
what's going on?
He's very, very pale and a little sweaty.
What does
think
that mean?
he's-
He needs some
Does-
sun, is what he needs.
Better take your shirt off. Does he have scratches in his chest?
Yeah.
Did we cover those with gauze?
No.
You
I
said
think we only did the
water,
leg,
we
right?
did
Water.
yeah, they're looking a little rough.
All right.
Yeah, do they look
Do I just sort of
infected?
dunk him in the water?
Yeah, like
Yeah, let's
like
put him in
the
the
whole
water,
area
actually.
around like that is like very red and like starting to kind of like look
Ugh.
even inflamed.
there
and
pus?
puffy.
Oh,
There's no pus yet.
Okay.
all right. Yeah, let's walk.
Maybe
him in
we
the-
should though, like go for a dip, and
Yeah.
then maybe it would be harder for it to track us. What do you think?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, we're
Yeah.
already on the river.
Yeah.
It's
But, I mean, we should at least
Well, we're
like
on the bank
it's
now,
yeah.
So we, can,
We obviously were neglecting his shoulder areas, so
Yeah.
maybe clean it off a little bit.
Yeah,
The
we're
salt
gonna,
wa-
we're
or
gonna
does it
drag
have
him
any
into
salt water? I don't know.
the
Yeah.
river.
Okay.
What?
We're dragging him to the river.
What?
to
I mean,
wash
we
him
have
out.
we
I
have
mean,
the
we're like
stretcher.
right there.
So you just sort of like.
Yeah, just kind of like.
Splash it.
All right. So who's doing this?
All of us. Screw back.
I mean, this is your guys' freaking
plan.
Yeah, well, not as your plane. It's your boat.
Wash
We
wash
got
his
our own
wounds
raft.
in the river water.
Yeah.
No, wait. I thought we were on. land.
I mean, but it's your own boat. I'm
But
just
we,
saying.
but we, I
Take
mean,
care of
we
your
would
own
need to
feet.
get Clayton out of the boat because he's like immobile. So
Right.
either someone's getting Clayton out of the boat if we're gonna dunk him, gonna baptize him.
Right. Okay. Well, it has to be us then.
Yeah.
Joe, help Felipe get.
The three of us. No, three of us. It'll be a lot easier with three
Okay,
people.
okay, I'll help you.
All right. Okay.
We're gonna.
One of you make a pull.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, go for it. You're the leader.
I got you.
Perfect.
Success.
The alligator swims by quietly.
Yeah.
There's no alligators.
The
in
old
Grand
canyon
Canyon.
alligator.
Yeah.
That's what's making the caw noises. Or,
It's the bird that sits in the alligator's head.
Yeah,
obviously.
exactly.
All right. Yeah, you're able to get him over the side. And
I
kinda
like
get him
splash
down.
it up on his wound in his face. Clayton,
fine. It's fine. I'll keep you awake.
And then I also go out and then like pretend I'm like in some like sexy shower scene. And like, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Brad, stop wasting our time.
Good show, Brad. Good show.
Oh, I thought that's what we were
No.
doing. Okay, sorry.
No.
Oh, jeez.
All right, Joe, are you going back to sleep or are you?
So yeah,
awake
we're
now?
not at the
Okay.
place
All right,
yet.
great.
All right.
No, we're not. All right.
We're not at the place yet.
Nope.
This isn't it.
What
No,
if-
it's not.
It's
No,
further.
this is not. It's further
It-
down.
Okay. Yeah, go back to sleep.
But
That's
we've
fine.
stopped for a second.
I'm just gonna lightly slap him with the paddle. I don't. Some like a rock hit you, man. I don't know, from the cliff. It was
Someone
weird.
threw it up in the
Yeah,
air,
I don't
came
know
down.
what it was.
It was probably the monster.
I'd be dead if a rock fell off that cliff and hit me in the head.
It's like a small
that's
one.
right. He didn't see it.
Oh, yeah.
Because he
There's
was-
also a monster, FYI. So go back to sleep.
Oh yeah, yes.
Remember how we were joking before
should
about
just
like
go. Let's
monsters,
just go.
pashaw? I'm gonna go ahead and unpashaw that.
It's a monster.
It's a monster.
What do you mean? A monster?
We saw a dark figure. Seemed pretty imposing. That's why I'm cleansing
glared at us.
my scent so it can track me. You should do it too.
To be fair, you did have a lot of.
But do you mean
Axe, yeah.
Yeah.
Overcompensating.
Gotta have it everywhere. Why don't you have yours?
It's mostly what you packed.
And the booze.
And it was weird too because it was just in liquid form.
It's like you spread it into bags so you could like get
The
it
bags I
out.
put my clothes in.
Yeah, yeah,
When I take them out, if the sorry smells like that, so convenient.
A lot of Ziplocs
Yeah.
of Axe body spray.
No. I'm surprised no other animal has. Or maybe it's a deterrent.
It's
Who
a deterrent.
knows?
Maybe it's a deterrent.
We only get the
Yeah,
best
man,
animals.
Clayton and not me. So.
The apex
All we know,
predators.
that this animal is a bro. That's all we know.
Joe, William. What do you guys mean a monster? You saw a shape? Why?
Yeah.
What's that? Since when is shapes monsters, man?
It was definitely a creature. It was not an identifiable.
What'd it look
creature.
like?
Big
Big
Okay.
and dark.
and dark.
So like a bear or a big
no.
wolf or
Yes and no.
I mean, it could be a bear wolf. Or
That's what you
wolf
get for
bear that would-
sleeping. You don't
Yeah.
get to see the monster. Okay,
Yeah.
go back to sleep.
None of us are biologists, man.
Yeah.
Not yet. Not yet. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
you know,
I'm not decided.
there's a lot of options.
but still not yet. So no one is now currently in the knowledge of what animal things are.
did any of you put on sunscreen today? Are you having heat strokes? You seeing shit now?
Sunscreen doesn't prevent heat stroke, Joe. That's not how it works.
Duh.
You still need to protect yourself when you're out on the water, okay?
Not
You're
that
right.
you
I take
should
my
know.
shit off
Nice
and I start
tan,
rubbing
man. I got a
sunscreen
nice
all
tan.
over my body.
Yeah. There's Axe suntan
Axe
lotion.
UV protection.
Is this what you want? Are you happy now?
Yeah.
Not in your boat.
That doesn't matter. It's still gonna waft.
Very wafty.
Yeah. It's very waft.
Are there any like aspirins or anything in the first aid kit? Because I'm over Joe. Like Joe, just go back to sleep. You're not important.
Yeah.
It's
I
fine.
would have aspirin if they let me bring it.
No medical supplies.
No
I mean,
medical
there would have been in the first aid kit
Yeah,
for sure,
right.
but I don't.
There should be.
You could have easily brought some in a pack. Nobody's like you didn't get like strip search.
I know that's why I didn't find the alcohol till the third day.
Exactly.
Because we should give some to
Yeah, I just brought mine open the first day.
Drink it up
Clayton.
front mode.
Clayton. We should give him. Clayton needs to get something besides a bunch of
Is he
bandages.
throwing my boat?
This isn't gonna
And
work.
mine too.
I know.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
why I
There's
really wanna
there's
get
some aspirin in there.
I won't stop you.
It's a fever reducer too. That'll help.
perfect.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh,
great.
now who's a nurse?
I take out 3 pills, and I get Clayton
Rude.
up.
So rude.
I tilt Clayton's
No,
head
it's all
up.
fun and games, man. It's fine.
I check his hair again, and then say, say, take these.
I thought that was for you. What are you feeding
No, it's for
him?
Clayton. He's been given nothing except some dunking in the water and some bandages. So I put it in his mouth.
Whatever.
Does he?
It,
First
it
of
just
all,
kind of sticks on his tongue.
all right. Yeah, I'm gonna get some
you
water.
gotta
That's
massage.
nasty, bro.
You gotta massage him.
All right, I can do that.
Yeah, massage the throat.
I
Massage the throat.
You should have chewed it up
Like,
first
yeah.
and then fed it to him like a baby bird.
There are currently 2
dry aspirin just stuck on Clayton's tongue. You didn't chew them up and spit them in his mouth.
I know. Does anyone? And then I get a water canteen, and then try to get it.
He kind of comes lucid for a second, grabs the canteen.
It's okay. It's okay.
You're really good at playing
Massage
a
his
dying person.
throat.
I gotta say.
It's because I've been one once or twice.
A dying person
Yeah.
in IRL?
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so he finishes the canteen.
You feel
He
better?
kind of comes.
Where are we?
I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm right here. Are you gonna be okay?
Do you remember last night? Do you remember what attacked you?
Well, yeah, the attacking, not what happened last night.
Mistakes.
Whoa! Whew.
What kind of mistakes, bro? Smack, 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 smack.
Just when I get home, my wife and kids.
Whoa!
Hey, what happens in the canyon stays in the canyon,
Yeah,
man.
that's true. That's true. Like this vacation. Clayton,
All right, focus, Clayton.
do you remember what attacked you?
No, I was attacked.
Oh my god. Do you remember who we are? Brad!
Yeah, we're
Tad!
Chad.
Oh, close.
No.
Brad.
No.
Rad.
Brad. Brad William.
Yeah, Rad William.
We're on the river.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, uh-huh.
You were attacked in the middle of the night. That's why you're on a stretcher.
You found the we found the alcohol. Remember?
Oh no, I don't want to.
Yeah, that's okay.
No one does. No one does. You don't remember being attacked. Try hard.
Yeah, something dragging me.
You destroyed your tent, bro. Did more than just drag you.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah. Might not want to touch it.
Yeah, so we're on
Do
the
you-
we're on the river.
Okay, you don't remember what attacked you. Do you know of any emergency supply caches along the river, maybe? Or ways to contact help?
No, it's
Clayton, I really got to ask, why did you hire Joe? He is useless.
It's a good
That's my
question. It's a
number
good
one
question.
Yeah.
usually we get adventures types on these tours. They take care of themselves. Joe's just for the rafting.
Obviously.
Yeah, he's
You may need to
big
rethink that.
dumb idiot.
I'm
No
filling
offense,
that out.
Joe.
He's asleep. It's fine.
Yeah, he's out.
He's still awake. He's
Oh.
okay because he hit him with an oar,
just ignore
and he was freaking out about the monster. He's currently at the far end of the sandbar, looking up the river, like trying to see.
It was
Yeah.
behind us. It's behind us.
No,
Joe.
he's like looking upstream, not
Okay.
downstream.
Brad.
Are we ready to go?
If you want to hit him with the oar, I
I
get
have
it.
to save my strength.
Yeah.
To fight this
All right.
monster.
He grabs like this little amulet he's had, like just holds it.
Clayton?
Clayton, yeah.
Oh my god. What's that?
My silver cross.
What?
Mine's cold.
It's not
Is it? Is it the
competition.
cross?
But, you know.
Yeah. And it's just like he shows it. It's like a little silver, like pendant with like a little cross on it.
Gotcha.
It's a good luck charm.
Might not be working anymore, bro.
No.
We need to get you a new one. Gift shop. Okay, let's go.
Okay. Well, he looks back to sleep
He
again.
looks a little
Okay.
better.
All right.
Is he back in the boat? Do we need to pull
Yeah,
again to put him back in the boat?
Yeah, he definitely needs help getting back in the boat.
Okay.
You have to
All
pull
right.
on this one.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Yes.
He gets in fine. You're
Alright.
fine.
All right.
Like with your help, like
yeah.
he's lucid enough right now. He gets in, but then once he's in, he kind of
Alright.
falls back asleep. on his
Joe,
little
we're getting
stretcher.
back into the rafts.
Go back to sleep.
Go back to sleep.
Well, wait. Before you go back to sleep, how long do you think it is until the real sandbar?
We've been going for a while. You guys aren't rowing enough, so we're at least an hour.
Oh, I'm
behind
sorry.
Schedule.
Someone's sleeping.
You told me to, Brad. You took charge. I'm not a leader, Brad.
Yeah.
Clayton leads.
How far to the sandbar?
Well, and it doesn't even matter that way because if there's only 2 on your boat, so even if we were having full man, then we would just go past you guys.
Should we tie the boats together? Is that a good idea?
Do we have rope?
Is there rope on that piece of paper?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So we could tie the boats together, but
we
we don't have any rope.
But
Maybe we'll find some at this invisible cache.
so we're there's no cash.
I know.
4 hours normally to the rapids.
Okay.
But y'all are going slow, so probably 5.
Okay. So like 2 more.
But there's somewhere before the rapids. that
Yeah,
we can switch
yeah.
out at, so then you can lead.
Yeah, we're gonna be cutting it close. Time. We're
All right.
we've
Well,
been going for 3 hours. We got 5 more. It's gonna be 8 hours. Then we have, and that's to get to the rapids. We're supposed to be past the rapids. We're gonna be like 2 hours behind schedule at this rate. We gotta go. We gotta go.
all right.
Yeah, let's
All
go.
right.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
All of a sudden.
Yeah.
Finally got some fucking sleep.
He's cranky.
Oh,
Jeez.
good.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Then we get the rest of Joe.
Somehow worse.
Somehow it was worse.
Roasted Joe knows a few more things.
Let's hope.
He knows that'd be negative. All right. So let's get into these.
Continue.
Yeah.
All right.
And we're gonna keep it. You good? Mm-hmm. Okay.
William seems the most good.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Shorts, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That helps.
And mobility.
I got-
That's you got. We've got.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ours is the mobility
Yeah,
raft.
Right.
That's what we got.
that's true. We'd have leaders and whatever I am.
Yeah.
Colorful sidekick.
Yes,
Yeah.
colorful sidekick. All
Okay.
right.
So you guys take off back down the river.
Yeah.
Joe stays awake this time and encourages more rowing than maybe what you were doing before.
Encourages
Okay.
are annoying.
Oh, it's definitely annoying. But he still is like, we need to fucking row. Like,
This time you have to double row.
people are
We're
fucking
switching out,
dying.
and then I steer.
we got
Alright.
somewhere to go.
So he's like, is he guiding it or is he just sitting like an asshole up front?
No, he's like
okay.
steering.
Okay,
and,
so
like,
both
yeah,
of us are.
are
Okay.
rowing. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
We're double working in the back. So.
Okay.
Okay.
We're trying. We're doing our best.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So a few hours later, he signals like, okay, should be around this bend. We'll pull over up on the shore there, and we'll be good. And we'll be able to give you some final pointers. This is gonna be hard. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Normally, Clayton's in one of the boats piloting, and well, he's clearly not going to now. I don't think any of you gonna be particularly good at it.
If you could
I-
pick any one of us to be your second, who would you pick?
Yeah.
It's okay. You don't have to pick me. I understand.
Oh God,
Just choose.
William.
Okay, then William can be the leader of the second boat. We gotta switch it up then. Musical
Yeah.
chairs.
Okay. I'll stay with
You-
Clayton.
You seem to know the most about the outdoors in this group.
I did read quite a bit before this.
Reading's important.
Reading is
Keep reading.
important.
It's fundamental.
Okay, so I'll switch out with you, so you can lead the Clayton boat, and then I'll help row in the Joe boat.
Just the 2 people that hate Joe the most. in the
So
group.
we really prized to push
Yeah.
him overboard.
Yeah,
When he
exactly,
When
exactly.
he
Just
pisses
know-
us off.
That we both have oars. So
Yeah, so do I.
There's 3 oars in
And
this
guess
boat.
what?
what?
The steering oar and then the 2 other oars.
Just saying we haven't forgotten. That's all. Could be drunk right now. One for you.
I didn't pour out the booze.
But you read us.
Yeah, you were.
Clayton.
Yeah, you're the narc.
Yeah.
Fuck, I did.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you did.
You did.
We all agree. So that must be
Felipe
true.
told us, man. You were the one that narked us.
Dude, you were sitting in the boat drinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
You would have to tell on
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. Fucking
You
drinking
could've
and
just, like,
rafting is
talked on
bad. Goes
yourself,
hand in
like,
hand,
cool
man.
guy.
Clayton looked from the campsite
Uh-huh.
to his left,
Uh-huh.
and you were in the boat drinking.
Yeah. Look.
And
all right.
nobody was like, Clayton, look left.
Uh-huh.
Clayton just happened to look left, and you were just there drinking.
Just because I was shotgunning him, man.
Yeah, I think it was the that made him look left.
Well, you know.
Well, but Clayton's not anti-alcohol,
Yeah.
obviously, from
Yes.
last night. I mean,
All right.
Wait,
You know.
still
pass-
have some?
not anymore. It's
Okay.
gone.
Well,
Thought we were friends, bro.
yeah. It's discussion for later. But let's just get on these rapids instead
We can
of
do it.
instead of blaming you rightfully.
These college kids.
Yeah.
All right.
What your age?
He starts like
he thinks he's
repositioning like
okay.
packs and things
I
in the
hate college
boat,
kids.
tying things down.
Uh-huh.
And everybody starts getting in their boats. Jump on the first boat. Push off.
Does everyone have their helmets and life vests on?
Yep. Sure do.
Good.
Always.
And so, you know, he gives you a little bit of a primer about like, all right, you know, the first set of rapids isn't too bad, and there's a place to stop after them, you know, before the second set. The second set's gonna be real gnarly, so we'll see how you do, William. And if you do good,
Make sure you take the other walkie-talkie. We have one walkie-talkie in each boat. If you don't want to take it.
but yeah, we'll get past the first rapid today. We normally try to get past the second one, but I don't think we're gonna have time. I think we'll have to camp on that pullout. We can just sleep in the boats or something, or maybe pitch a couple tents up if there's enough clear space. I can't. We don't normally stop there. I'm not used to it. But and then we'll take the big rapids first thing in the morning, and you know, looked like Clayton was up and moving around, so maybe it's not as dire and we can take it a little easy. We don't have to risk our lives or anything out here. Whenever Tactus clearly hasn't followed us.
Wouldn't be so
That's-
sure about that.
That's what I thought. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I told you. He's gonna be waiting right where we saw him last.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean,
we're way
that's possible,
faster to him for sure. We're faster than he is on the river. I hope.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
maybe it has its own boat.
I'm fucked. It comes by with that helicopter. At the beginning.
It has the money gun, yeah.
Genre switch. So everybody jumps in the rafts, and you push off from that sandbar. And as you head towards the rapids, like the cliff gets narrow, and the water picks up. And as you come around this last bend, and you can see like it's a long chute where it's roughly smooth. It's fairly smooth, I should say, not roughly, because then it gets rough.
Right. Then roughly
A little bit down, and it turns into the rapids. But as the walls really start to narrow through this little slot canyon, and you guys head down it, you hear a loud
Should we go the other
roar,
way? I don't know how to row.
like a
I
howl,
should be going
I mean,
that way.
yeah. This way
Loud
is
roar.
going back.
loud like howl
Maybe I'm sitting
roar.
backwards in the
Yeah,
boat.
I mean, that's
They're
Probably
not-
They're not paying attention
They're
to the
not-
other
they're
boat
dead.
at
They're
all.
dead.
No.
Sorry, we were trying to figure out how to row.
Yeah.
Felipe, you alone hear
Yes.
this loud
And Ilium.
Oh no.
howl, and William hear the howling roar, and you look up, and on a ledge, a little ways up the cliff, is this huge black, like wolf-looking.
That's
Creature.
that's
You
that's
sure
what
you
we're
want
talking
to
about.
camp soon, Joe?
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! What are we gonna do? And like it's a little ways up ahead of you guys, like up above.
Oh jeez.
We should probably just keep on rapping.
And as you do, it starts like leaping
Okay.
down
All right.
little shelves.
Go, go,
Great.
go, go!
William, what are you doing?
You're not right. The raft turns sideways.
Alright, it's steering?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you were the steering.
steering.
Yeah, but now
you
you're in a
weren't- I
boat that
didn't
only
see
has
you
like
doing-
two people, supposed to have three, so you might have to do two jobs.
Well, so one person needed to. I only saw rowing.
Yeah.
I
there's
saw no steering.
There's
Yeah.
no steering.
I'm steering.
Well, now you're
Now
steering.
you're steering.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's all we asked.
That's all we
asked for.
And so right as you get to the rapids, it dives across the boat, and Joe just swoosh
Thank God.
into the water. Joe, he plops down. Oh God.
Someone say
Help!
no.
Help!
stole
Like
our
reaching
thunder.
for an oar.
Yeah.
Everyone do
I'm-
that.
Someone say
We should have done it
no.
earlier, man.
We need to save Joe so that we can then do that later.
That's
No,
right. And
that's way
he has
too
the
much
radio.
work.
He
Really?
has the radio.
Oh, right. He has the radio.
Oh. I mean, we're in the middle of rapids. We can't save him.
He's like grasping for an oar.
All right. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, Well, which side?
Wait,
which,
so
which side?
the creature only knocked him out, but it didn't
he just I think the
Like
water.
it,
the
no,
water.
like it
like got him. Yeah.
Oh, it
and
did.
him
Oh,
and
Yeah.
it went overboard, and then he was able to splash up.
Is the
and he's
creature
like-
also struggling in the water?
You don't see the creature
Oh my God.
currently at all.
Okay,
Terrible
Alright,
creature.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, I'm on the left side rowing. So what
So
side?
that would be the side it's on. It jumped
Okay.
across from the right and tackled him off, so he's reaching for your oar.
Fine, Joe. Here you go.
So he grabs it, starts pulling up, and all of a sudden his eyes go wide, and you feel a strong yank. And I need you to make a pull.
All right.
Just auto fail this. You could just fail it.
Could you
Yeah, just knock it
fail.
over
Let him
and be
die.
like, oh, so
I'm
sorry,
dying
Joe.
with Joe. I don't,
Just let go of the
alright.
oar, man.
that's true. Oh, that's
Go for the
right.
radio.
But
Just
then
go
we
for
only
the
have one
radio.
oar.
There's
Then
probably
Yeah.
extra oars.
I wouldn't be sure
I
about
think
that.
so.
I probably
I mean,
can't
it is-
ask you anything before I
It
do
was
this.
Joe's.
So,
And it's like only one set of oars. You lose one. That's it.
We
You're
just
just
need the
going in
radio.
circles for the rest of this trip.
I mean, at least they're making consolidate it down to one boat, I guess.
I'm not even happy about this poll.
I regrettably succeeded.
On the other hand, hand me the radio.
Sorry.
Trade. All right.
Use the oar to
It's
defend
like on his
yourself.
arm, and you just like grab it,
Yeah.
and you're like, okay, bye.
All right, so yeah, as you feel the tug and you're almost about to lose your balance, you pull back with your surfer instinct
Yeah.
to get your balance on your
Alright.
board, and you yank the oar out of Joe's hands. And you see this look of like devastation on his face, and then like a big paw comes up, and then just red in the churning rapids.
Joe.
But you kept your oar.
I got my oar at least. So.
Then you
And
looked
really,
and
it
they're
was
like, oh,
my
there's like
oar,
3 more oars.
That's
Yeah,
right.
it was my oar that let him down. So I feel okay at least.
You were part of it.
I was part of it, so
Yeah.
I feel better.
So,
So I guess am I number 3 now? Because Joe was 1.
I don't
he
know.
was-
Joe chose William, so I think he might be number 3.
Well, that's William. Okay, I guess Clayton is
So
zero.
who was in
We'll
the
see.
boat with you? So you
Us
so
and
Br-
the
so
Two of you.
Yes, it's 2.
the 2 ads.
Yeah.
Dad
So,
bread.
Yeah.
so you're now in the lead boat without anybody steering.
Okay.
So which one of you is gonna jump back to steer?
I will jump back to steer.
Okay.
I'll try. Can I have your oar?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try to. I mean, I'll do both, but obviously I won't be as doing it as strongly.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's what they're doing in the
Yeah,
boat behind you.
exactly.
Anyway. I need you to make a pull there, Brad.
All right. Brad?
Tad.
Well, that's Brad. If you
Sorry, Tad.
trying to trick him.
All right,
sloppy.
I know.
Yeah.
William, I need you to make a pull to safely steer your boat through the rapids. Welcome back to the game.
I just fail this, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, you could, I guess.
Yeah. It's-
Oh.
You don't have to pull.
I mean, he has to steer.
True, but I mean,
I mean, you could find out what happens if you don't.
We're just gonna. It's going to be me and Dad surviving.
Oh. Is that 3?
Apparently, there must be one.
It has to be below the top completed
that-
set.
So,
Oh, you could.
that-
Yeah,
yes.
I think that you could do Well done.
That makes it sturdier, but also that means it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you managed to steer your way through the first set of rapids. And as you get through the rapids and you come down to the slack part of the pool, you see like a chunk of Joe torso like float by.
That's
Now's your
nasty,
chance.
man.
Now's your chance to hit him if you want.
Is it within reach of my oar?
No.
Then I won't. Can't lose
And
my
then
oar, bro.
Steer
know,
towards
I-
the chunk.
and then you hear like splashing water, and you turn and look behind you, and you can see the head of this big wolf coming steadily towards the back boat.
Oh.
Like, it is swimming very, very fast. It is a
We were
good,
in the
strong
lead boat
swimmer.
because
Yes.
we had Joe.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
they're
So
the
it's
back
coming
boat.
for your boat.
Yeah.
It's one of them water wolves if I ever seen one.
Yeah. Canyon water wolf.
Canyon water wolf.
Its noise is also That's the problem with the
It was
canyon.
that owl that we thought.
What are you doing? It's getting closer.
It's there. Is it?
Us. It's us.
It's us?
Yes.
Oh, well, we'll have to row faster, clearly.
I will.
You shoot
Shoot
the flare in
flare
its
gun.
face, I guess.
Yeah, shoot
But then
the
we
flare.
won't have one tonight.
No, but we use it on the airplane.
Gut instinct, is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
All
Pull
right.
that flare gun. Shoot in his face. Bam.
All right, make a pull.
Oh, all right.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh no.
okay. Ooh.
Oh. Oh. Quick, put it on to weigh it down.
Boy.
There you go. I don't understand that, but okay.
That was a...
Physics, you're getting weird.
I don't know how you're alive. Yeah, so the flare shoots and wedges in the fur, the thick, like, mane-like fur of this wolf. Like, it's got a thick, like,
Definitely don't touch the table.
and it starts to, it's smoldering. Like, it's a hot, like, flare, but it's also in a river, so it's not, like, bursting into flames. But it's enough the wolf kind of snarls and or growls, and then turns and, like, dives into the water and kind of swims. You see it swimming off towards the shore.
Good job, Felipe.
Good job.
I've watched many Charlie's Angels. I know how this works.
Baywatch would've
So-
been a
I mean, that was a good pose at the end, too.
good- Yeah, that was true.
So, okay, so you shot it with flare and you see it swimming off, and it comes up kind of about up on the shore there and turns and roars like a big snarling, like howling roar towards you, and then gallops like off into the brush there on that little side, but definitely heading like downriver. As we are in kind of, again, a little slow spot that you may recall Joe mentioning there's a little bit of a slow spot where he thought you should camp before the big rapids.
Come on.
Can we camp on the left side of the shore, or do we
It is
have
all cliff. So
Dark on
you
the right
could
how
potentially
dark is it?
try to find a way to secure the boats to the far side and
No.
sleep in the
No.
boats.
Well, the thing obviously swims.
Yeah.
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 And we're weaker in the water.
How dark is it?
It is still, it's still like early afternoon.
We should
Like
just
you
go
have,
through
you
there.
have,
What does
yeah.
Joe know?
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
nothing
nothing
now.
Oh.
Or well, no, it'd be late afternoon, early evening.
Fuck you, dead Joe.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there's 4 of us now.
Yeah.
We could just like condense down to one boat and leave Clayton. Just put it out there.
Yeah. I mean, he has a wife now.
Just all of a sudden, she appeared.
Just all of a sudden. Well, like he'd be in the center and then people on the sides. So,
But I don't know. I think he takes a lot of room.
He does because he has to lay
yeah.
Yeah.
out. Yeah,
But-
just leave him.
Just leave Clayton?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
We'll take his pen.
how are you guys having this conversation?
Over the walkie-talkies. Oh, we don't have Joe's walkie-talkie.
Yeah.
Damn it!
Oh, just kidding.
I'm just
Oh,
yelling.
I'm just yelling.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Felipe!
We should leave Clayton.
Don't leave me. Oh, please don't leave me. You don't know where to get off the river anyway.
Wait, what?
You don't know where to get off the river.
Where to get off the river?
Oh, fuck. Well, then we're gonna be fucked anyway.
So you need me.
Whatever, you're just gonna...
First of all, I don't need you.
How you said last night.
Oh,
Oh.
I need you for a night. A nightcap.
I think we should go through the rapids.
Clayton, should we go through the rapids or camp now? I don't know if you saw it, but there was a monster that
Kill
almost
Joe.
killed us.
And killed
Oh
him.
yeah, Joe's dead.
Poor dumb Joe.
I know.
Poor dumb Joe.
It was always a favor for his family hiring him for these jobs.
Ain't no
And
more
he was a
jobs.
good boy.
He was.
Debatable.
Yeah, very debatable.
Good man, I guess.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
His heart was in the right place.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Oh,
Yes.
he does it, man.
Yeah. Okay, you rest. Let's get. Well, are we camping? We should at least regroup for a second. No, that
No.
Creature
that
is still
thing is
close.
right
Yeah.
there. Yeah. Let's go. Let's continue.
Yeah, because if we camp, the only thing that would be good is if the creature is like, they're going to keep going down and not double, check on us.
Right.
But I very much doubt that. So,
It's just that's a werewolf if I ever seen one.
yeah. Okay.
I've never seen one.
Yeah, who's
So
seen
I
a
don't
werewolf?
know.
I've done a lot of werewolf research.
Oh, have
Okay.
you?
All right.
My mom was killed by a werewolf.
What?
Okay.
Oh.
That's
Do you like
hmm.
carry some kind of
I mean,
Not really.
I'm just gonna call it a bear wolf for right now because we were still talking about that. So
Yeah,
Are
It's
we
like a
able?
werewolf. A werewolf.
Are we able to get to any of Joe's carcass? Because we can leave
Probably
it on the
long
beach
gone.
and let the,
Yeah,
eat,
no,
the monster
it's
eat it.
well drifted by.
Okay.
no, yeah.
If we leave Clayton,
All the canyon barracudas got to it.
Man.
All right,
Fuck.
we should take him for now.
all right.
But if we see it, then we can be like, "Hey, there you
Take
go.
this.
Take
Parting
this."
gift.
Yeah.
Wait, are we sitting this in front of him?
Yeah, we are.
Fuck
What's
you
he gonna
guys.
do about it? What's he gonna do about it?
Yeah.
Leave me in a
that's true.
boat by myself then. Fuck you
Clayton,
guys.
if this is a
No.
werewolf, you cannot prove that you're not going to turn into one. So you just keep quiet.
Yeah, that's how it works in the books.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've read
It's
books.
not a werewolf?
Yeah. Just do
This
that.
is real fucking life, guys.
Yeah,
Werewolves aren't real.
you don't even remember being attacked, but you were clearly attacked.
Yeah.
The ipso facto werewolf.
Ipso facto, I'm going to remember
Yeah.
that one. Wow.
I pull down my pants and moon him. Does he turn into a werewolf?
Oh my god. Okay.
He does not.
I mean, is it full?
He looks disgusting.
That's not what you said last night.
Probably part of why he was so disgusted.
Oh my gosh.
Just very ashamed of himself.
Okay.
Mhm,
All right.
mhm.
So shall we keep going down or?
So you've been drifting this whole
Yeah,
time. You're
yeah.
getting
Yeah.
Yeah, we're past
I feel like
the-
we're past
we're
the
past
point
it.
of
the water's
Okay.
starting to slowly pick up speed again.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back in rafting orientation
Yeah.
of like someone steering and then someone rowing and then Clayton being Clayton.
Clayton, can you do anything helpful right now? Rowing, wise, or steering? You don't. It doesn't take much to steer.
I can. You didn't get my left side. I can. If you get me up there, I can kind of.
Steer?
So if he
Sorta
passes
help.
out, then you will just have a.
Yeah. I'll just quickly go over it. All right. Good luck. I'll put him on the left side.
Or would it be better for him to steer?
I want to
Steering.
steer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get back there and steer.
Yeah.
Fucking help me. My fucking
Oh,
legs
now you need help.
wrapped in a
All right.
tent.
Fine.
Got all this shit.
Oh, jeez.
We're drifting closer, guys.
All right. I hold him
All
gently.
right, he gets back over to the
Uh-huh.
to the steerage portion of the rear boat, unless you
Yes.
decide to make that the front
No,
boat.
we're not gonna. No.
No.
Okay.
We could do this.
Yeah, we got it.
Brad and Tad.
Brad
and
Tad.
For the
Who's
plan.
steering? Who's rowing?
I'll steer. How different is this from the ocean? That's what I say.
There you
So,
go. There you go.
yeah.
Sure.
Fine, but later we switch off and I get to steer. Okay, bro.
Okay.
Am
all
I
right.
going the wrong way? Is this the right way? Should it be this way?
No, it's
It was this
For,
way.
if you're
Okay.
forward or backward.
yeah, yes,
Forward. I
Don't.
think.
yeah, forward.
If you want to see where you're rowing
Yes,
to, I
yeah.
guess.
No, that is yeah.
I think we should. It
Yes,
seems like a
that
good
is
idea.
yes.
Yeah, I don't
Because
know.
you wouldn't go.
Anyhow.
All right.
Fucking ridiculous. All right.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and we'll make this
Uh-huh.
our break for the episode
Okay.
because this is about 2 hours in
Yep.
Okay.
with all the shenanigans. So we're not going to stop the stream. So for those of you watching the stream, don't worry about it.
Dang
But
it.
for the podcast,
Just-
this is a
Yeah. Just know that probably the next pool is gonna kill somebody.
Yeah.
Likely.
Oh, it's me.
so. Alrighty. So yeah, thanks for listening to the first half of MHDD
One shot.
One Shot Dread Beneath the Full Moon, something like that. As always, I've been your host, Adrian.
I'm still Zach.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Allison.
This is Leander.
Bye.
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 This is only for the streamers.
Well, you should put it at the back because Matt probably won't see the stream.
Matt needs to know we're enjoying his Tim Tam.
No, that part will be there. And then, but
The mouth noises.
this part right now
This
where
part.
we're talking while eating will not be.
So good. Thanks, Matt.
Yum,
Talk about-
yum.
Wait, it was Matt, right?
Ofer hates us
Was
for
it
eating
Max
them
with
this
an
way.
X?
This
That's
way.
my favorite.
What's that?
Ofer is freaking out because we're eating them wrong.
Why do
Oh,
you
no.
eat them?
We're supposed to dip them,
I gotta
right?
lick it.
It's like a
Separate them,
lollipop.
obviously.
Yeah? Really?
No.
I think they're meant to be like dipped in coffee.
Yeah.
Oh.
Probably tea.
Is that
Hold
what
on.
the Veggie Bites are for?
Oh yeah, Vegemite and Tim Tams.
No.
That's Australia in a bite right there. Pretty sure
I
it'll
really
kill you, so it
appreciate
makes
how
sense.
much Ofer is dying in chat right now.
Oh no, that's not how you
Sorry,
do
we don't
it.
have tea. 'cause
No,
I'm
you
please
do
embarrassed.
it?
stop. That's not how you do
How
it.
do
I'm
you
not
do
even
it?
kidding.
How do we do it, Ofer? You got
Yeah, tell us.
Is
Yeah,
it tea?
tell us.
Because we don't like tea here.
Should I have dipped it in my beer?
No, not dipping. Oh my god. All right, well, we're almost done. So
I'm done already.
Yeah,
I
so-
finished
I
mine.
tried to do it right. It's
So good.
Boyd said definitely not licking, but he's from Texas, so he definitely doesn't know how to eat a Tim Tam.
yeah.
You should eat whatever the F you want. It's your fucking food.
This is America,
bite off-
and
Yeah,
we're gonna eat
that's right.
Australian
You
food
bite
however
off-
we
you
want.
bite off the diagonal corners, opposite
What?
corners,
Oh my
and then you
God.
dip it into a hot liquid like coffee or hot chocolate,
Uh-huh.
and use it the Tim Tam as a
Gotcha.
straw.
So can we then blame
Oh.
And
you
then
for
eat
not
it all
providing
when
us
it's
for
full
that,
of-
Interesting.
Adrian? Can we blame you for
No,
not providing?
because I didn't know.
Yeah,
Ignorance of the law is not whatever that other second half of that phrase is.
I have a hard time believing that there's a law about how to eat Tim Tams.
If there were not instructions on the container, then
Oh,
we
if
cannot.
there were instructions on the container, that would be not good. That means we should have known.
There's some ingredients. There's some nutritional information that I'm not going to look at.
How many kilojoules of energy does it have? That's what I need
We
to
won't know
know.
that because of the metric system.
I mean,
400 kilojoules.
400
of energy,
kilojoules.
per serving.
Is that one cookie or two?
What?
There's one cookie, I believe, because I think there's only 9 cookies.
400?
Yep, 9 in here.
Man, that's a lot.
400.
That's a lot
kilojoules
of. That's a
per cookie.
lot of energy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
So-
we're savages. Sorry.
There's no instructions.
Oh, it's not that bad.
There's
I
nothing.
know. That's what
So we're good. All right.
kilocalories.
Anyway,
So that,
So it's 1,000 calories, right?
how many
Next
cubits? How many cubits to the kilocalorie?
Yes.
all right. Are you guys ready to start now? Have we
Sure.
gotten, have we
I
gotten
mean,
the
are there more Tim Tams?
Yeah, because we can always just eat more.
There are more Tim Tams, but we'll save them and we'll prepare them correctly next time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, Ofer, this is 100% punishment for the shirt.
where we all
Bring something
to the table
pull up a chair
at punchboardmedia.com.